Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gallery Notes. My name is Chase R.McCurdy. I'm the founder and director here at 33 Gallery, aka 33G. We're located in the historic West Side neighborhood of Las Vegas, Nevada. We hope to have you come see us at some point. With today's Gallery Notes, we're going to discuss something for our young artists, our emerging artists, or those curious about entering the world of art and being an artist. We're going to talk about entering the art world, and we're calling this Thoughts for Emerging Artists. As someone who's been in this game very much self-taught, self-directed for more than 10 years, starting in my early 20s, I found a lot of times I didn't have direction that I very honestly could have benefited from. Not necessarily a complete roadmap, just some thoughts, ideas, and considerations. You know that idea, you don't know what you don't know, as we move along in this world. So today we're going to touch on some of those things. First and foremost, when we're thinking about entering the art world, you have to consider two spaces, and they are very distinct spaces. You have the business of art, and you have the spirit of art. And as someone has done this independently, up to founding a gallery, I recognize that there are two very different hats to wear. Some of us are very good about this business side of things and turning our hustle up. Some of us not so much. Some of us are very almost too deep into our space or our practice at times in a way that makes it difficult to operate in the mindset of business, which can be a bit more calculated. There are systems, it's not as free, right? But if we are aware of this as artists, we can be clear with ourselves and understand when we need to turn one mode on and one mode off. And it's not always something that we could do day to day or within the same day. So what we'll say is the spirit of art, which is necessary, is being completely consumed in your practice. And this is necessary. For me, I spent many years just practicing, working things out on my own, evolving as an artist prior to entering the world of commerce. And for me, I think that's very important because this kind of time in the shadows, if you will, is when you get to make mistakes without people seeing, is when you get to learn who you are, experiment, try things out, and really develop what so many people think of as that elusive personal style. So from there, also, if you become a big artist, you may never have time like that again. If you do find yourself in a place where your artwork starts selling, you may be considering or getting in the mindset of just recreating what's already sold. You may get into the space of just not being able to spend time with yourself. If you're doing work here, traveling there, doing interviews, meeting with people, trying to do more commerce, it makes it a little bit more difficult to slip into that side of the practice. But without that time in practice, you don't have anything to really engage in business with. So they feed on each other. And when you do enter the business of art, which is about speaking with people, understanding what those people that may invest their money in what you have created or what others create, what they're looking for, how to approach people who are putting their money on the line, investing in spaces and in everything it takes to have a gallery so that you may sell your artwork, whether you work with another or you choose to work independently. When you do enter the space of business, do it for real. Take your time to learn. Understand what artist agreements are and sales agreements and these kind of things so that you're not just going in blind, right? There's work that you can do. And as artists, I recognize a lot of us slip into that space of I do expressly what I want to do. But in the world of business, that's not the case. And so you're going to have to learn some new things and really dedicate time and energy the same way that you dedicate to your art practice to the world of business as an artist. Once again, you can offload some of that to a gallery or others if you don't want to approach it independently. And that's where things like contracts and percentages and commissions come into play. When you're choosing to enter the art world as a young artist, you're going to definitely need a portfolio, or for me, I like to say having many portfolios, right? And once again, a portfolio comes from practice, right? If you've been engaged in your practice over time, if you've been in your world, you will have a number of works to build portfolios from. You have something to take to galleries, to take to museums if you meet somebody and you can get that work in there, to take to individual collectors. Really, wherever you want to take the work, you're going to need to package it in a way that is clear, easy for the viewer, transportable, and in many different forms. Not every portfolio is going to be for the same person. Not every piece of work or style of work or piece of your work is going to be for everyone or every situation. So it's good to craft portfolios based upon situation or your different areas of practice. And leading into this, we're going to talk about how to approach galleries for those artists who are choosing to approach galleries rather than the independent quote-unquote space of art. When you go to a gallery, research the gallery first and foremost. The last thing you really want to do is a cold email or, without having any sort of established relationship or even understanding the gallery's mission or their curatorial values. Once again, not every collector is a fit. Not every artist is a fit for every gallery. And that's not a slight to you as an artist. That is just how things are. Not everything is for everyone, and that is okay. So you're going to want to research the gallery and maybe attend a showing at the gallery or an event at the gallery prior to engaging or asking, but you really want to get an idea of the space. And once you do, you then want to craft a portfolio particular for presentation to that space, right? Show that you've done some research and you take their time and attention seriously, and you probably have better chances of success. Professionalism does matter. From there, if you are independent and you choose to engage in the world of commerce yourself as an artist, we're going to talk about this idea of how to price or value yourself. You don't want to either undervalue or overvalue yourself as an artist. And understanding what that is does take work and research on your side. Right? A lot of people are saying, I don't know really what to price. It's hard. Well, that's okay. But before saying that and kind of being, flustered, do some research. Once again, this is stepping outside of the artist side, but stepping into the business side. Utilize search engines in these things that we have. Ask them, and once again, if you're going to galleries, if you're looking at work, you're going to see prices. You're going to see and understand, okay, this artist is this far in their career, they price their things at this level, they're in this kind of gallery, this artist, this style of work, this city, this space in their career. All of these things are going to affect how you price your work. But also, if you're really entering the art world, you don't want to be too quick to get rid of your work just to say you made a sale. So, be thinking about these things as you enter. So there's a low end of pricing, there's a high end. Find your place, do your research, and understand where you fit in, and it'll make sense. And at the end, stay true to yourself. It's important to be authentic in art and business. Be forthright, be honest. Don't lie, cheat, or steal, and you'll get a long way. Thank you for your time. It's another Gallery Notes with me, Chase R.McCurdy, our content director at 33G, Mr. Edison Lockwood II. And we appreciate your time, and we'll see you next time.